Yes, I am. And you would be?
Warwick Brown, and this is my partner. We're investigators with the Las Vegas Crime Lab, and we're looking into the bullet train fatalities.
Does the crime lab usually look into accidental deaths? Or is it just because this involves celebrities and was a tad on the bizarre side?
Bizarre, all right, but no accident. This was murder, and we need to talk to you about it.
Murder? My God, my band is murdered and no one even informs me? Here I've been all day working on a press release about the accident, and I have to start the hell over, like my time isn't worth a diddly damn. God. Are you kidding me? Do you know a single damn thing about Bullet Train? They were the original bad boys who grew up to be horrible boys. Enemies? Try every concert promoter and hotel manager in Western Europe, Japan, and the good old US of A. Then there's Australia. Those scamps managed to get themselves deported 2 weeks into a 3-month tour. Andrea? Not really. She knew how to handle the boys. And you know how those contestants are, going out of their way to make everybody like them. Todd. Oh yeah, he's the original nebbish. It's true. The guy was the band's doormat. They banished him from the bus for some imagined infraction. And the poor jerk had to hitchhike 40 miles to the next gig, and yet he still showed on time. Dirty, starving, and exhausted, but right there for the guys. Oh, by the way, you know how they repaid him for his loyalty? They let him ride in the bus on the next leg in the luggage compartment. And how did he stand up to him? He didn't. He worshiped those clowns. Hey, I don't mind you investigating this thing, accident or murder or whatever the hell you want to call it, but you stay out of my business. I don't know who's talking out of turn, but, well, look, it's true. We had our share of bumps, the boys and me, okay? But they're poster children of spoiled, stupid rock stars. When I took them on, they were playing nostalgia venues, and now I had them poised for a real comeback. They try to stick it to me? But I've been in this business a long time, and I knew what I was getting into. They didn't appreciate what I did for them, but I didn't expect them to. Yeah, right. Let me tell you something, guys. The train fired me last week, twice, and at least once a week since I signed with them. They were dumb, but they knew I was their lifeline. Look, but don't touch. I'm standing in the eye of a meteor hurricane, and I don't need the grief. You want more? I want a warrant.
Eddie is a disgusting, slimy, backstabbing, self-centered, greedy scumbag. I guess he'd fit right in. Man, just thinking about it makes me lose my appetite.
A handwriting analysis confirms you wrote this note found in Andrea's hotel suite.
You manipulative, lying bastards. Now I know what my autograph means to you. I don't have to talk to you people.
Come on, take us behind the music.
Look, I did write that note for Andrea, but it's not what you think. And that's all I'm gonna say about it.
The blood at the crime scene belonged to a fabulous flashback. Nice job, partner. I'm sure Grissom will want to know about this latest development.
If it has anything to do with our quadruple homicide, I do.
Grissom, hey. My partner just placed the former Bullet Train singer at the crime scene. Her DNA was found on a makeshift coke straw found in the auditorium.
That's probably enough to bring drug charges against her, but it doesn't mean she put an early end to her former band's career.
No, but get this. We found a threatening handwritten note to Andrea Stevenson in her hotel room. Guess who composed it?
I don't have to. I can name that tune in one note. Let's bring in Miss Wilde and get her side of the story.
Evidence linking her to the crime scene, threatening letter from her to one of the Vics. Let's arrange a gig for her in the interview room and see if she'll sing for us.
What? A stage where I wasn't wanted? Where I was being replaced? Hell no. Why the hell would I?
Ever suffer from nosebleeds?
I don't know what you're getting at.
Evidence at the crime scene put you there. Possibly thanks to a certain expensive habit you have. Any comment?
No. No comment at all. Because I have no idea what you're talking about. I do know I was never there, and you know why? Because I didn't want anything to do with those sons of bitches.
So you're saying you never party with those guys anymore? For old time's sake?
Yeah, sure. I get real nostalgic about those has-been jackasses. Always great to get high with a bunch of bring-downs. Hey, I grew up a long time ago. You want to find yourself a party girl? Look no farther than Miss Kathy Butterwood Melt.
Miss Wilde, we notice you have some sort of residue on the strap of your dress.
Okay. I got a rough schedule. Multiple shows night after night. Once in a while, I might need a little help before a gig. Understand? Bust me? What good does it do anybody?
We're gonna have to take a sample. It'll just take a second.
Make it quick, would ya? And Blue Eyes? You can forget about that backstage pass.
This matches the chemicals found on Andrea's clothing. Same fire retardant found on the switch inside the echo pedal. Now how does this fit in?
Hey. She's on her way to...
You know what song I'm gonna sing for you, jokers? Silent Night. And it ain't even Christmas.
Fine, Ms. Wilde. For now, I'll take a solo. Your ex-husband's on national TV, seeking a younger, sleeker... you. Finds one in Andrea Stevenson. You send a note to scare her off, but figuring that won't work, you show up with a fire extinguisher to dampen their hunka-hunka burning love. Afterward, you decide you've had it, so you break into the studio and steal Andrea's echo pedal. You open the pedal, improvise a few revisions, and put it back. The evidence ties you to the scene. Chemical residue connects you with the murder weapon. You wrote a threatening note to one of the victims, providing plenty of motive to ensure your farewell tour starts and ends on death row.
Listen, I get that this looks really, really bad, but you're reading it wrong. Yeah, I wrote that note all right, but I wasn't trying to warn her off Ray. I was trying to get her to leave poor Todd alone. That overgrown kid had been bitching about Andrea to me for weeks, figuring I'd be a sympathetic ear. I mean, Todd was crazy about Andrea from the start, but she thought he was a creep and told him so. And then, after she became a finalist, all of a sudden they're an item? I mean, Todd was close to the band. I figured the bitch had to be using him. Okay, I'm gonna be straight with you guys, even though I might be looking at a drug bust. But murder, that's not me. Yeah, I was there. I'd been drinking, I was high, and I couldn't stop thinking how Todd was getting the short end from that slut Andrea. So I went to the Jet to see him, to reason with the poor jerk.
Jet? Don't you mean Set?
No. They practically lived in that private jet of theirs. That Eddie character, he couldn't put the band up in hotels anymore, not with their track record of trashing the joints. Don't be too impressed. It's a rental. Talk to Eddie about it. Well, Todd normally crashes there, only when I showed up, Todd had split. Well, Ray and me, we got to talking, and hey, you know how it is. Sometimes old flames rekindle. He reminded me real quick what a self-centered ass he is. We were in each other's arms 1 minute, next, I'm tossed off the jet like some damn groupie. I was beyond pissed off. I hauled it right over to that studio and I started tearing that crap apart. I probably lost that straw then. Last straw, right?
The residue we found on your dress was flame retardant. Any idea where it came from?
Not the slightest. Rest of the night, like I said before, I was around the casino. Didn't shower or change or anything. Maybe that retarded stuff was on the jet. Hey, listen, can you give me a pass on the drug thing? This gets out in the papers. I'll lose my lounge gig.
We'll see how your story checks out. We do appreciate your help, and this isn't a Vice investigation. But, don't go on tour, Ms. Wilde. Only local appearances, okay?
We'll need a warrant to take this. This memo is from the network. It's dated 1 month ago. They warn that continued decline in the show's ratings have caused concern and that any future projects between the network and Eddie's production company have been put on hold pending the outcome of the show's finale. They outline some changes they want, including fixing the results so that Andrea will win the competition. Looks like Eddie was under some pressure from the TV execs. Demos. Possibly the songs the band and their manager was squabbling over. Kathy seems to be the only singer on these tracks.
Where did you get that stupid idea? Oh yeah, that ridiculous memo. Come on, man, you know the entertainment media, all the news that's fit to invent. Look, I couldn't fix the contest even if I wanted to, and neither could the band. It's the public who votes, and the public who buys the CDs, baby. Supply and demand, and I'll supply whatever junk the idiots demand.
Splitting the profits 2 ways is better than 5.
So you think I staged the band's comeback to bump them off? Come on, man. Do they have you guys take urine tests at CSI? Because you are definitely high. Good, because I didn't do anything.
Still, you must admit that with the band gone, any dispute over the ownership of the songs becomes moot.
The dispute is not moot. It's over. See, the contract the band signed always spells it out. And Bullet Train will be easier to handle dead, frankly.
As a music fan, I'm sorry there won't be any more Bullet Train sides. Under your management, they came into their own musically. No Free Rides is way better than any of the 80s stuff.
Oh, thanks, man. I know I must sound pretty cold. You know, the boys did have talent, or I wouldn't have put up with all the... Anyway, I appreciate the kind words. Too bad our last label didn't agree with you.
Hey, could I snag one of those demo CDs? I'm a big fan.
Yeah, sure, why not? I'll be leaking some of the tracks onto the internet soon anyway, and then getting mad and acting like somebody else leaked it.